very transitional period in my life. I'm graduating college. I'm about to start looking for a job. I just started this YouTube channel. I just got into game dev. So a lot of things are happening all at once. And on top of all of this, I am about to turn 30. I turned 30 in August, and I feel like this whole time that I've been 29 years old, I've been thinking about how I'm almost 30. I've been really thinking about ways that I could document my life while at the same time having like a cool series that people can relate to. So I figured, why not start an almost 30 diaries? I feel like when you're in your late 20s, you're starting to think about all the things that you could have done in your early 20s. You're starting to see all of your friends transition from being in their early 20s to being in their late 20s. They're starting to get like really cool jobs. They're starting their own families. They're getting married, all of this stuff. It's such an exciting and scary time, which is why I'm deciding to document these last few months of me being in my 20s. That's so crazy to say. I'm about to be 30. If you're new to this channel, hi, welcome. My name is Janelle. Obviously, I'm 29 years old and I'm about to finish my degree in computer science. I live with my boyfriend Alex and our 2 cats, and this is basically my life. I have finals this week, and today I have a final at 11:30, so I should be leaving soon. I also have a final tomorrow and one on Wednesday. But other than that, I don't really have anything going on. Last week on Friday, we showed off our game demo. And if you're new to my channel, I was a part of a game class where we basically make a game for the whole quarter. And last week was basically our final, where we show our game to a live audience, and we also live streamed it. So I'll probably insert some clips here from that. Everyone really liked our game. I was very proud of what I had made and contributed to this game, because it wasn't just me. My whole team really did the most in this game. I'm so thankful that I had such a good team, and I'm so happy. Like, it got me so excited to get into game development. And if you know anything about game development, we basically made the game from scratch. We didn't use a game engine. We had to implement our own network, client server connection. So no Unity, no Unreal Engine, none of that stuff. But I think this week I really want to take the time to learn Unity, or at least like get myself familiar with Unity. But what I really wanted to talk about this week was like transitions. I started off this video talking about how this is a transitional period in my life, and as somebody who's kind of used to transitional periods, I feel like this one is gonna be different. There's a lot of things happening that could potentially change the entire course of my life. So I really want to document that and share my experience with you, because maybe a year or like 5 years from now, I'm gonna look back on this video and be like, wow, like there was so much going on during that time, and it's crazy that I got through that and that I'm where I am right now. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say for this intro. I want to keep it short, and maybe later on we can talk more. But I really gotta go and get ready to go to school, take my final, hopefully do well on it, then come back and study for my final tomorrow. Welcome to the vlog. I'm really excited that you're here. And yeah, let's get it done. I just realized that I parked pretty far the last time I drove my car, and now I have to walk like 10 minutes just to get there. I hope that I have enough time to eat lunch before my final. There's a weed whacker going on right now. But yeah, I hope I have enough time to eat my lunch. Very simple breakfast today. Just some buttered toast with jam and some scrambled eggs with cheese. Also, the jam is handmade. My friend Teresa made the jam out of strawberries that she picked from Cresswell Family Farms. She just used her own mason jar and put the sticker on there, but yeah, she made the strawberry jam and it's very good. Here you go. He deserves it. Knocked out my French exam yesterday, my grammar exam, and despite the minimal amount of studying that I did, I feel pretty okay about it. The exam is gonna be curved, so I'm not too worried about it, but I ended up being the first person to finish the exam. The other guy that's in my class that usually finishes first was not there. We usually finish at around the same time, but he wasn't there yesterday, so I really had no gauge for like how long it was gonna take for me because nobody else had finished yet. Anyway, yeah, sometimes I don't like being the first person to finish because I feel like I did something wrong. I don't know if anyone else experiences this, but I started looking through my exam after I finished, like just to double check that I had everything right. And then I started changing my answers and I was like, okay, that's not good. So I just went up and turned it in. And that was that. But yeah, I feel pretty good about it. Hopefully I get a good grade on it, and that's finally over. Today I have my conversation exam, which is basically just gonna be a 15-minute conversation with my professor. It's actually worth 40% of my grade, and I feel like I'm gonna do pretty good about it. I don't really have any issue like with talking, but my issue is with remembering what to say, like what to talk about. Throughout the quarter, we've learned about like cultural things in like French speaking countries, and we basically have to like mention cultural things about France in our conversation exam, just to show that we've been learning about French culture at least, and then like being able to compare it with our own culture. Like for me, example, I'd compare it to American culture. Other than that, I've been feeling really funky lately. I've been kind of feeling down on myself and I can't really relax, even though there's not really much to do. Like I don't really have that much studying to do for my finals, but for some reason I cannot relax. And so I'm stuck in this like paralysis where like I'm sitting down and just like thinking about what I should do, but like not getting up and doing it. And I think part of it is like me not knowing what to do. There's just so many things that I have going on right now, and I kind of feel like I should write them down or like organize a way for me to like tackle everything, but it's just so much right now that I just like don't want to do anything. And it's even the things that I actually want to do. Like I actually want to sit down and read. I actually want to start coding up a game right now. I want to learn more languages. I really want to learn Portuguese. I want to find a job. There's just so many things that I really want to do, but because I have so many things that I want to do, like I end up not doing any of them. And I also think part of it too is like me getting older and knowing that some of the things that I start, I'm not gonna like be consistent with them. Having the history that I have with like my YouTube channels and like starting things and never finishing them, the more things that you start and not finish, the more down on yourself that you get with starting new things, because you're like, oh well, if I start new things, am I ever gonna finish them? And then you just end up not starting them in the first place because you're worried that you're not gonna finish or like succeed in that thing that you start. So that's where I'm at right now, and I feel like this is one of the reasons why a lot of people don't start things, is because like they think too much about the outcome of it when they're not focused on the process. And I think I really just need to like focus on just the process and not put so much weight on what the outcome is going to be. I feel like this is super obvious, but when you get older, things start to get less and less fun, and I don't want things to get less fun for me. I want to continue to do things that I find fun, and even if they might seem childish, like I don't want to care so much about that. I feel like the things that bring me joy are gonna constantly evolve, and some of the times they're gonna be childish things. I think that contributes to like people not wanting to do things that they actually enjoy, and like also contributes to like midlife crisis type stuff, you know? When you're in your I was gonna say middle ages, but that's not it. In the middle of your life, when you have all this money to spend, you're like, man, look at all the things that I never had fun with when I was younger, and now I'm just gonna buy like a Corvette now because I never got to enjoy that stuff when I was younger. But what I think about that is like, why can't you just enjoy life right now? I've definitely made my fair share of mistakes in the past, especially financially. And I honestly have no regrets about that. I had fun in my early 20s and I continue to have fun right now. And I see no reason why I need to go out and buy my own Corvette, metaphorically speaking, not an actual Corvette. Like, I don't feel the need to go out and buy things on a whim because I never got to enjoy those things when I was younger. I went out and experienced those things, and I want to continue to experience things that make me happy so that in the future I'm not thinking back on my life and wondering like what could have been if I had just started this new thing or like bought this thing. Obviously I'm gonna put thought into like whether or not it's worth it to buy things, but bottom line is like, do things that you enjoy. If you're watching this and you're in your late 20s, even if you're 29 like I am, we're still young. Even if you're 30, we're still young in like the grand scheme of things. Like, if you really think about it, the average lifespan here in America is like probably gonna be like 90 or 100 in like the next 20 years or so. There's still time to like do things that you enjoy, and honestly, you should if you haven't been already. Obviously, be smart about it. Don't just impulse buy stuff. If you want to buy your Corvette, make sure that the money is worth it. Make sure the Corvette is in good shape before you buy it and that it's at a good price. Don't just like buy a Corvette all willy-nilly. But yeah, talking about that kind of made me feel better. I think I'm gonna go do something now because I've been so paralyzed with like all the stuff that I want to do. It's been a couple hours now and this is basically what I've been working on lately. I honestly cannot remember if I've talked about the video game that I want to make, but basically I want to make a game about a black cat, and it's gonna be a pixel art game, which I've never made before, but I feel like I'm up for the challenge. Lately I've just been deciding what kind of art style I want to go with and like the resolution of the sprites that I want to make. So here's me experimenting with the different sprite sizes. This one's the 64-bit and this one's a 32-bit, and I think I'm gonna go with the 64-bit because I just kind of like how it has more detail in it. I've also been working on game specs and my inspiration for the game and just kind of planning everything out because I feel like I should plan everything out, that way I don't have to make the decisions later. I've also been working on the features. This is just stuff I've been updating lately. I kind of want to make like just one level or like one place where people usually gather, like a restaurant or a bar or something. So that's what I've been working on lately. I have not been studying on my French final, which is in less than 45 minutes. It's 2:05 right now and I think it's at 2:45. I think it'll be fine. Since it's getting closer to the time that I have my conversation, I think I'm getting a little bit more nervous, but I don't think any amount of studying is really gonna help me before then. So I'm just gonna try not to think about it and get it over with at 2:45, and maybe then I'll feel better about vlogging. So I'll probably see you afterwards. I just finished my lunch. This morning I didn't have time to check in because they were checking the HVAC system, and then I had to leave right away to take my final. Took my final and then I went to the UCSD bookstore to buy some sweaters for myself. Then I came home, ate lunch, and here we are. By the way, my final today was for my marketing class, and it's marketing, so I feel like it's pretty common sense for like most of the questions, so I wasn't too worried about it. I didn't study, and even if I bomb it, I'm still gonna pass the class because I have like an A in the class already. But I wanted to show you what I got from the bookstore. I still have one class left, but it's gonna be online, so I'm probably not gonna go to the campus after I graduate or like walk in the commencement ceremony. So I bought my UCSD alumni sweater. I'm so excited to have it. Second thing that I got, and I didn't plan to buy this, so this is kind of an impulse buy, but I got another sweater that says Jacobs School of Engineering. Honestly, I kind of wanted to flex that I went to UC San Diego School of Engineering, and also like I could just wear this and like put myself in the tech bro vibe, especially when I'm looking for jobs. I kind of feel like I have imposter syndrome when it comes to like looking for jobs and stuff, because I'm like, yeah, I know how to code in C++, but I don't know, like I don't know what's wrong with me, but yeah, I just have like really bad imposter syndrome. So hopefully this will, like, when I put this on, I'll get into my tech bro superhero vibe and then kill it with the job applications. Who knows? I don't know. I just want to feel proud of myself. I feel like sometimes I don't feel like I deserve things, and I really need to put myself in the mindset where I actually deserve stuff, because it was really hard for me to get through school, especially when I came to UC San Diego. Like, I didn't realize how hard it would be to do these classes, and like I feel like it would have been easier if I went to like another school out here in San Diego, but I chose to go to UC San Diego, which is pretty hard, and I did it. So I should be proud of myself, even though I need to refresh my memory on some things. But anyway, yeah, so I got these sweaters. I am gonna work on practicing some game development stuff. I think I'm gonna do like a YouTube tutorial of how to like make an RPG or something, because I really want to make RPGs. I'm not super interested in making any other kinds of games. Also, I have my final write-up for my game class, and then after that I'm pretty much done for the quarter, and I'm so excited to be finally done. The final report is not going to be like that big of a deal, but I do have to do it with my partners, my teammates, so that's going to happen at 5 p.m. but in the meantime I'm going to try and do the RPG tutorial on YouTube, and then yeah, that's it, I guess. Bought me these flowers to celebrate finishing my last big quarter of school. I'm so happy, very thankful to my boyfriend for getting me these flowers. He also bought this plant, and I don't know, it looks like elephant ears. I don't know what kind of plant this is, but it's really pretty anyway. He's laughing because I was gonna say elephant ears, and I don't think he knew what I was talking about. Indian food for dinner. We're gonna try this. What is this?
Korma. Chicken korma.
I've never tried chicken korma before, so I'm gonna try that today. Happy Thursday. It is officially my first day on vacation where I don't have to do anything school related. All of my schoolwork is completely finished, and I'm really excited. It is already in the afternoon. It's 1 o'clock now, and all morning I've been doing laundry, which is why I haven't filmed anything this morning. But in the meantime, I've been working on a game tutorial that I've been watching and following along with. I'm honestly kind of worried that I'm not really gonna learn anything if I follow a tutorial, so this is probably gonna be the only tutorial that I do before I start making my own games. And I know I wanted to make that Black Cat game, but I feel like it's still too early for me to make like a full-scale RPG, although RPGs is really what I want to focus on though. So I don't know if I should make games that aren't really that complex first, although making games that aren't complex will help me get familiar with certain aspects of Unity. But this is all just technical stuff that probably doesn't matter. Or I guess it is important because it's like me documenting my learning process. Let me know if you're interested in anything game related. I know not everyone's into games, and even people who are into games are not gonna be interested in making games. But I really wanted to show me learning something new in this video, so yeah, that's why I'm talking about it a lot. I'm also wearing my Tech Bro engineering sweater, so I'm really in the software engineering vibes today. Now that I'm done with school and all of that stuff, and now that I've started working on some Unity projects, I'm feeling a lot better about this whole transitional period in my life. But everything's still up in the air as far as the rest of my life is gonna go, just because of me not having a job right now and me not knowing what kind of software engineering field that I'm going to get into. Obviously, I really want to get into game development, but is that really something that I'm going to be able to do right away, right from the get-go? I don't want to set my expectations too high for myself. And if I don't get into game development right away as my first job, am I going to have time in my spare time to develop video games and have this YouTube channel and have a full-time job all at the same time? There's just so many questions that I can't really answer for myself right now. And I'm sure that a lot of people can relate to this because, like, when are we not in a transitional period in our lives? When is everything completely figured out, you know? I think I've realized in the past couple of years or so that I'm not really gonna have everything figured out ever, and I've kind of accepted that I'm not going to have everything figured out. I always thought that by this point in my life I would literally have everything figured out, but I just don't, and I don't think that's ever going to happen, which is totally fine because things are gonna continue to be exciting and new. I definitely want to have stability in my life, like a stable job and stuff, in order to continue to do more things that are fun and new. But I don't want to like put myself in a corner where things are too monotonous to the point where, like, I don't know, I go crazy. That's just how I am personally. And I'm sure a lot of people do love the stability of like seeing the same things every day. But for me, there definitely needs to be a balance between keeping things on like a routine and keeping things fun and new. And just because we are grown adults doesn't mean that we have to have everything figured out and that everything should be completely solid. I feel like if we're not constantly evolving as human beings, I don't see really any point in not doing that. Like, what's the alternative of not constantly evolving? Like, just staying the same person and not ever improving yourself or not ever learning anything new? That's honestly me personally. I don't know. If anyone really feels like they don't need to evolve ever again, like they are the person that they want to be and that they need to be, I really admire that too. But I think what I'm trying to say is that there's like a misconception that we have everything figured out in our adult life, but that's really not the case. Yeah, most of us, I feel like most of us are still trying to figure things out and we're still trying to make ourselves better every day. And that's totally fine. Even though I'm like finished with school, I'm still trying to get better at learning things. I'm really good at learning things in like an academic setting, but I really suck at learning things on my own unless I'm like super interested in it, which even then I'm still struggling to learn things that I really enjoy, just because like I don't really know how to structure my learning, but I'm learning how to learn. I'm gonna go to the store, I have to buy a couple of things, and then I'm gonna come back and I'm probably gonna edit this video because I've spent all morning on doing this game dev tutorial and I really need to start editing this video because it comes out this Sunday. So I'll see you all later. I hope this video isn't too chaotic because I'm kind of filming things sporadically and I don't know what the structure of this video is because I haven't been editing it and I don't remember what I've filmed and what I haven't filmed. So yeah, I will talk to you later. The sun is out, my window is open, so if you hear outside noises, that's why. The cats are laying in the sun. They're so happy. They love it when the sun is out. I mean, what cat doesn't like when the sun is out? I just got done editing all the long talking parts of today's video. Actually, I kind of wanted to see like what I ended up talking about, because sometimes I forget what I talk about in my videos and then I end up repeating myself, but this time I didn't really repeat myself. I did get a little bit all over the place because I wanted to talk more about stuff that is related to like transitional periods in our life and doing things that we truly enjoy. But I don't know, sometimes I get like a little bit ahead of myself and I talk about random other stuff. So hopefully that didn't come across in this video. I mainly wanted to focus on doing things that I enjoy and not being ashamed or afraid to do those things. I really have no idea if anyone else struggles with the things that I talked about in this video, but hopefully it is relatable. I kind of get the vibes that a lot of people neglect to start things due to a lot of different reasons. Some of the reasons are the reasons that I talked about in this video, but that's just the vibe that I get, and it may or may not be true, but hopefully it is true. Not hopefully it is true, that's really bad, but I hope that people can relate to this at least. I think what I've learned from making this video is that I should not be afraid to start things for fear of failure, and I shouldn't worry so much about what other people think of me. I should start new things and just enjoy the process of doing them. And who cares if some of the stuff that I do is childish? I mentioned this already, but in the grand scheme of things, we're still young. Even if you're past 30, you're still young, and who cares what other people think? Honestly, are they paying your rent? Even if they're paying your rent, like who cares? I feel like as you get older, you either go one of two ways. You either care more about what other people think, or you care less about what other people think, and I think I'm the latter. I definitely care less about what other people think, especially now having Alex as my boyfriend. He's very supportive of everything that I do, no matter what it is, and I'm very grateful to have him and other people in my life that are super supportive of what I do. If you don't have somebody like that in your life, I'll be that person. Just tell me in the comments what you're struggling with right now, and I will hype you up. Hopefully this video resonated with you. I hope that sharing my experience helped you to get motivated to do something new or learn something new. Obviously, I love talking about these kinds of topics, and yeah, it would make me so happy to talk more about it and help other people out. Stay tuned for another almost 30 diaries. I really just want to talk about topics that are interesting to people who are in their late 20s to early 30s. So if you have any topics that is related to any of that, please let me know, and I'll try to figure out like some sort of schedule, or maybe I'll just play it by ear depending on like what I'm dealing with in my life. But yeah, I hope you like this video. I'm really happy to be starting this unique series. I don't think anyone has ever really done something like this. Maybe there are a few people, but I didn't really see any. But yeah, that's all I have for this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and definitely subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this. I'm really happy that you're here right now. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.